Alright, so as you saw from the title, I'm in need of help. Kind of stumped at the moment. Gosh, it was more than a couple months ago, almost a year ago, me and Jacob were talking about adding that crossover. He mentioned adding a third one, and I've been basically putting that off for a while. But I finally found the motivation to do it because I have two switches left that I actually saved for this crossover, and now I'm stumped on where to put them. I originally thought of putting them down there in the curb, but I figured it'd be kind of pointless because it's right after that one. So I ended up putting it kind of down here, but I'm still not sure of the placement. And there are a couple of problems when I come with spacing this. The first one is it going to help me at all? I was kind of thinking if I centered this, I could fit a train in there and a train in here, but it's kind of pointless since these are two main runs, I guess you can call them. There's nothing on this at all. This track has both of the yard leads there and one over there behind those cement cars. But anyway, that's the main problem. I don't know if this switch will do anything. I know it'll help with the local. That way I could switch both trailing points without having to run around all the way around the layout to right there. That's almost 30 feet, and that kind of sucks. I mean, in real life, you have to go sometimes 10 miles to run around your train. I realize that's realistic to have to go that far, but since my layout's a loop, it's kind of depressing, especially if I'm switching like that industry right there, with that track you kind of see going right there. That really sucks because you have to turn around. You're almost right back to where you started. You're almost 15 feet back there. So sorry about that. Anyway, I realize that would be realistic in a sense, but I don't like that long run, and this would save 12 feet. So, or even more than 12 feet if I go this way, farther back this way. But my first idea was to put it there, and I kind of scratched that out. Now my second idea was to center it between that crossover and this crossover, which would make sense. And that ends up being about right here, the starting of that crossover. So I didn't like how close it was because it looks closer to here, but this curve is actually a fairly long curve. It's, I think, 7 feet from, or no, 6 feet from start to finish, which it doesn't look like it, but once I measured it, I was actually surprised. But anyway, sorry, I'm very boring in this video. I'm sorry, but so yeah, I don't know if it'll work there. If you guys have any suggestions, all ears, because me and my dad cannot figure this out. So anyway, I'm thinking there. I really want your opinion, Jacob, since this was your idea in the beginning. I would love to hear your explanation again, because I kind of forget what you said about how this would benefit the yard. I knew you had it all planned out, but I'm just not sure now. So anyway, the second problem this creates is scenery-wise. This is an unrealistic closeness to this industry. Now in real life they just have a motor, but they'd probably go underneath this track and be somewhere in here because it's so close to the yard. That does not bother me. I mean, yeah, these get close, but it's fine. I mean, the distance between the main 2 and the yard is okay. Same with main 1 and main 2. The distance is okay, but the distance between main 1 and this industry right here is just terrible. And then the spacing on these tracks is even worse. I can't even fit boxcars in here because they get too close, they rub, and they derail. So this is the only car I can fit in here. Well, actually, I can fit those wall cars fit in here just barely, but nothing else will fit side to side. Like tank cars won't fit. These coal cars won't fit. I've never tried center beams. They look pretty thin. But you get the point. Nothing really fits in this industry because of the crappy spacing right here. Even though it's uniform all the way through, I had a little tool I made to keep these tracks perfectly aligned, but they were just perfectly aligned, too tight. So anyway, the problem with this is scenery wise. since I'm adding a crossover, I'll have to have signals of some sort, and there'll have to be a bridge of some sort. And I don't want a bridge going across 9 tracks. That's just ridiculous. And same with over here, 9 tracks, and that's just insane. That would look insane, and it's pointless. Or just over 4 tracks, but that's too much weight. That's not really realistic. And having a post in between these 2 tracks is just cutting it way too close. Excuse me. So my first thought was to move these 2 tracks out enough to fit a cantilever base over and then over. That makes the most sense to me. But then I would have to get rid of these tracks, which kind of sucks, and at the same time it kind of doesn't. I don't have enough auto racks to make this industry what it's supposed to be, and I don't have the ideal room that I want to make this industry work. So if I were to take out this industry, I would most likely do a benchwork extension of probably about 3 inches, and then move these tracks over with more spacing, and then And then I would have enough spacing for a cantilever on both sides eventually. I'm not looking into signaling yet, but I do need to plan ahead, especially when it comes to realism and scenery. So anyway, I'm really in a hole right now when it comes to thinking outside the box and ideas. So if you guys have any suggestions, I am all ears. I need help, guys. I don't know what to do. My dad doesn't know what to do, and we're really stumped. So anyway, if you guys could help me put this crossover somewhere, and then help me with the idea of benchwork extension or no. If you guys want an extension, I'll probably end up doing it because it needs done, and probably the maximum I'll do it is 3 inches. But if I do an extension, that opens up the possibilities of what these 2 tracks could be. I could turn this into an intermodal facility with just 2 tracks. That'd be kind of boring, but I could make that work. Having these 2 tracks out, cover them in concrete, and then have a MyJack crane that Wolfers makes, maybe a couple of them rolling down, just to transfer containers from train to train, and then put a curve switch here, connect to this track, which is what this track was supposed to be, and then maybe put a number 4 here, or end up replacing this with an actual number 6 switch. I mean, that would suck. I put in a lot of time in that thing, but if it's gonna make this thing work, I mean, I guess it's worth it. But I'm really stumped right now on what to do. So if you guys could help me, that'd be greatly appreciated. Any insane ideas you have, I'm open to insane things right now. So anyway, if you guys have got this far, I appreciate it. Really appreciate you guys going through my rambling. So anyway, I thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna try to solve this problem.